Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Harachak, Wadash. Double honors be to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be unto you all who would like to push not this word of thought, truth and sincerity. To all you Akimadu, say Shalom. I am the Akira. I'm coming in with a quick hit, which I'm entitled The Time Is at Hand. Alright, this is coming in the fact that we're in 2024 already, which this year has been dubbed the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And that ultimately brings us a step closer to the fulfillment of the intercontinental ballistic missile destruction, which will primarily hit this place, Babylon, but consume the whole entire globe. And that's fulfilling to a prophecy. Really it's the messages of the Lord Yahweh Ba'asham Shai. Alright, because his message will not return unto him void. Whatever he says goes, basically. Alright, so the first precept I want to get at will be in the book of 1 Peter the 4th chapter, verse 7. And it reads, "But the end of all things is at hand." Alright, the end of all things is at hand. Because though no man knoweth the time. Alright, as it says in the book of Matthew the 24th chapter. From verse 42 to verse 44. So though no man knoweth the time, yet we understand that we're a year closer, man. Alright, and things will pop off as we feel through the spirit. Alright. And you see that in the spirit, an emphasis on 2024 being a grave year. Grave because all you people are in grave danger. Just putting it out like that. Alright, this is a time of Jacob's trouble, Lord will, because Jacob's trouble, if you don't know, it's gonna be disastrous. Alright, tribulation. So this is the book of Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, verse 7, and it reads, actually verse 6, verse 5, "For thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'asham Shai, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace." Alright, and Babylon the Great is all about peace and what's it called, peace of the form of ignorance is bliss. That's one of the, sayings that they uphold. Another one of the things in Babylon is, that flood-like behavior. Alright, that flood-like behavior because, even now with this, New Year's Eve, which Jake always be celebrating, you see them, get down. Alright, they be getting sturdy with it. In other words, they be dancing, partying, and revelings and all that stuff. Alright, I was watching the news last night and then jumped to the NYC New Year's Eve thing, and they showed it was a concert, man. But for us, it ain't no merry concert. It ain't time to get sturdy and have fun. 2024 marks it should really be a day of humility, man. Getting right, basically. Setting thy heart to right, because anything could pop off this year, right? So going back to verse 5, "But thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, not of peace. Ask ye now and see so things will switch up, things will turn up. The tables will turn, from Jake being all happy and merry and I love you and have a good day, happy so-and-so, this and then the third, they're all gonna be in travail. Alright, there will be no more smiles and giggles, but only frowns and moans, groans, sighing. And just like how the prophets sigh and cry for the abominations thereof, you people will sigh and cry for the abominations thereof, man. But you guys still won't be, a part of the fold. You still won't be part of the elect, because you guys will be, in that spirit of being. You guys are already in the spirit of being lost. But you guys will, continue being that in the spirit, confused and not knowing where to go, seeking help from this from this place instead of the Lord, because the Lord don't want you, basically. But continuing on, verse 6, ask you now and see whether a man doth travail with child. And that's rhetorical, man, because ain't no man, able to give birth. Except that, with that whole transgender bullshit, which is where you get the apple emoji with the pregnant man. That's because you got a woman that becomes a man. She so-called transitions to becoming a man, and she's pregnant. All right, she gets the the procedures to be able to grow facial hair, hormone changes. So she looks like a fucking man that's pregnant. No, that's not the case. So it ain't talking about that. It's talking about a man could actually, carry a child. The answer is no. Hey, the only way a man could carry a child is with his arms, carrying an infant son that's already been born. All right, a man cannot, physically, biologically, be pregnant with the child, unless it be a transgender. But continuing on, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness. All right, and one thing to know is that when you're nervous, you're pale, right? These people are gonna be nervous for every single step, because Jake right now, Jake is all about taking risks. And one of the prime things we learn the truth is be circumspect, which circumspect means to not take any risk. Well, sure, we take risks, but it goes on to an extent, man. Hey, we're not going to take, risk a certain situation which we understand could cause us to go off, Hey, but Jake all about that, man. And Jake all about being risky. And it costs their lives, so they don't see it because those sins shall not go unpunished. Yeah, it's delayed. The Lord will be delaying it. Just because you don't see punishment don't mean it's not gonna happen. It is gonna happen. Hey, but Jake does not give a damn. So verse 7, the last, for that day is great, so that none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And one thing to the point is that there's a differentiation when he says, but he shall be saved out of it, because when it says Jacob's trouble, he is referring to the nation. But 2/3 of that won't be saved, but an elect. Save an elect. Or they shall be saved out of it. And saved out of the perils, man. We shall be calm and collected, cool as a cucumber. Hey, the scripture's going to, I believe it was Job the 5th chapter. I'm going to pull that out. Oh, yeah. So, verse 19, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. And those 6 troubles, these last prophecies coming into play. Hey, you're gonna have race riots. Hey, Esau gonna come in like a flood. Hey, a lot of the purge is gonna come into play. Things of that sort. You're gonna see a lot of Jake, getting slew, taken away by Esau as well, and other sorts of that sort, where the women will be humbled down finally, pursuant to Isaiah the 3rd chapter. Hey, but what? Hey, the elect, they shall be delivered from those 6 troubles, and that's 7. That's 7 where there's no evil touch you, going into the ultimate destruction, the ICBM destruction. All right, that thermonuclear fire. No evil shall touch thee. The Lord is gonna preserve thee. The Lord is gonna protect thee. Ain't no flame gonna hit you. The only thing that's gonna hit you, the only luminescent thing that's gonna hit you is a chariot beam. Lord will. Verse 20, and in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. So the Lord is going to preserve you from a lack of food. Hey, the scriptures go on to how my servants shall eat, and they shall drink. Hey, but you shall not. That's in the book of Isaiah. I forget what chapter it was, and I want to say 46, somewhere around there though. So it says, in famine he shall redeem thee from the power, from death. And in the book of I believe it was 1 Kings or 2 Kings, I believe it was one of those books, made them mention how to die is, or maybe I'm confusing with Lamentation, somewhere around there. I don't want to butcher it. Going into how the sword is better than dying of starvation. All right, because believe me, which, hey, it's gotta suck though. I've never experienced it, nor anybody around me. Hey, best believe it. It's a bitch and a half, because the scripture says that. Then that's how you know it's gonna be bad. So he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Hey, so Esau's gonna come in with that drafting, Jacob's trouble, and you're gonna see, because when you go over there, you're not gonna return, and it's gonna be by the numbers. All right, a lot of people in America are gonna get taken over there, and that's a lot of you, Jacob, as well, man. Hey, the 12 tribes that are comprising America and Babylon the Great. Hey, they're a great number, man. Hey, it's been known that Esau's been a minority in recent years, man. Now we're taking over. Hey, what's it called? So now you got Jake out here. What's it called? In Babylon the Great. Hey, a lot of you guys are gonna get taken over there, man, and you guys will never be seen again. No heard. You guys are not gonna return back from your what's it called tour, during World War III, because what? You guys will get slew by that sword, man. That's in the book of Isaiah, 3rd chapter, and other precepts. So that's why it says in war from the power of the sword. So we're gonna be preserved from these weapons, man. We're not gonna get drafted. We're not gonna take in the war. It could be to a point where say you get taken into a concentration camp and you're about to get beheaded. The Lord could put that spiritual power in you, basically to show His power and to show your loyalty to everybody right there. Say you're caught up in that guillotine, and as that blade is going down, the Lord puts the Holy Spirit upon you. You receive that spiritual power, and you get invincibility. So now you're indestructible, and as that blade is going down, once it touches your neck, hey, you're invincible. That blade shatters, and now you can get down on yourself. So it could be moments like that, man. So in war from the power of the sword, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Hey, see? Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh, because we're going to be calm and collected, because we know what's up. Hey, Isaiah the 33rd chapter, verse 3, if I'm mistaken, made the mention how, what's it called? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. So with these lessons and all the continuous studying that we do on a day-to-day basis, that's a foundation right there that keep us stable, basically. It's gonna keep us from fucking up, basically, and being afraid, because we already know what's at hand. We already know what's coming. So neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. And in the book of Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, in the 32nd chapter, if I'm mistaken, the 39th chapter, I believe it was the 32nd chapter, verse 39, somewhere around there, it made them mention how there be spirits created for vengeance of beasts with sharp teeth. And you've seen accounts in recent years of animals acting up all of a sudden. All right, as them to come back in the major scale again, because sure, things calm down. One thing the Lord be doing is He be fulfilling prophecy. He be making it come to play, but then it dies down a bit, it eases a bit. But, that's what's it called? As a stumbling block to you false Israelites out there. The Lord wants to kick you out. Hey, you ever play GTA 5? One of the first missions you do as Trevor is when you have to destroy the landing strip, and as soon as you get on your plane, you have to kick out one of the bikers from your wing, because they're caught in the wing, and you're supposed to knock them down and fall to the death from the heights. So that I saw, envision that as a Lord, doing that to all these false Israelites. He don't want you, so he's trying to lay a snare upon you to fall out. That's why continuously you'd see prophecy come to play. Like 2020, you have major events, and then it dies down, and it comes back. It dies down, it comes back, and it dies down again. But it's gonna come back again. One thing I know is that they understand that's gonna happen for a reason, and they're gonna set their mind on that prophecy. Then it's gonna come back to play and ultimately be fulfilled. But enough of my rambling. Verse 23, thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and a beast of the field shall be at peace with thee. Hey, you know, what's it called, like Leviathan and whatnot. You know, these ruthless, what's it called, predator beasts. Yeah, we're apex, but we're the apex. We're in the first trophic level, or is it third trophic level? I forget. But we're the apex basically. But even then, hey, these predators, you know, these beasts have the power to they get down and wreck a human. Basically, you have tons of accounts on that in the scriptures, right? So, hey, but the beasts shall be at peace with the elect, with the Lord's elect. All right, and thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation and shall not sin. All right, but going back to Jeremiah the 30th chapter, it makes the mention in verse 7, but he shall be saved out of it. So going back to that elect, they're gonna be protected, man. All right, from all those plagues, man. For it shall come to pass. I don't agree that that's not it. What's it called? The precept I wanted to get on the beginning of the lesson was the book of 1 Peter, the 4th chapter, verse 7, going to this year 2024. So, but the end of all things is at hand. All right, we've been in the last days since Yahushua came back, you know, but it wasn't until Yahushua went back into the spirit world when that officially became the mark of the last days. All right, so keep in mind it's only been 2 days. All right, keep in mind it's only been like several hours, basically, or so, minutes, hours. I forget. I don't know. You know, there's a calculation the Apostle Ramlau did, and basically, no, if I'm not mistaken, every 42 years is an hour. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it's only been about 20 years. So like 30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's only been about 2 days and 30 minutes. Hey, but these are the last days for a reason, because a day in the Lord's sight is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is a day in the Lord's sight. You know? So, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. All right, be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. And that's what we got to do, you know, be vigilant. Hey, be alert, be aware of our surroundings, man. Anything can pop off. Or that being you're in close proximity wise, like with your body, and also keep aware of the news, man. Our major events. All right. Hey, what's it called? People be waxing worse and worse on a day-to-day basis. You know, that's a part of Jacob's trouble. Hey, you won't even be able to trust your neighbor, man. It goes into how there shall be sedition amongst men, and what's it called? Neighbor against neighbor. And that's in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, which that book has been, you know, heavy when it came to a prophecy. And as you saw in 2020, 2021, 2022, that book has always been emphasized and used. All right, because we're living in those times right now, man. And we're at the forefront. We're at the end of this thing, close. All right, close. Don't no man know at the time. And yet we understand that, and we can feel and see through the spirit that, hey, we're wrapping up this biatch, man. All right, like Method Man from Wu-Tang said, hey, I wrap it up like Saran, something like that. I forget, but you know, we're wrapping it up with Saran wrap, or the Lord is wrapping it up with Saran wrap. Hey, we're almost at the end of this thing, man. Close to the end. All right, 2nd is the 15th chapter, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, man. I'm gonna jump down. Verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall, because of their pride. A lot of this shit have to do with the fucking, you know, pride, iniquity, man. You know, Babylon is all about pride. That's why they talk crap about these other countries, you know. And guess what's gonna happen? Hey, because the scriptures go on to how, you know, in the tongue is life and death. Because if you don't control it, all right, you know, so that's a little member in your body, but you know, it's a strong member. All right, you're quick to slip in the tongue. So if you slip, if you what's it called? cuss and talk crap up to the wrong person, hey, it's gonna come back to you. You're gonna die. And in the book of Sirach, it even goes into how speak well with a man that has the power to kill. Because if you talk crap, man, hey, you're up, man. Think about Babylon, what they've been doing to every single country. I best believe, there's gonna be a time when these countries will, retaliate. So hey, America's deemed for death. It's deemed for destruction. It won't be alive anymore. It won't be fruitful. It won't continue. It won't, live on for forever. It's not gonna live on for it's not gonna live on for another 10 years. All right, your time has been up. And the Lord's gonna put the spirit upon these countries, get down to you. Hey, that's in the book of Jeremiah, the 50 or 51st chapter, going into how, the archers bend the bow. And yeah, that bow being these silos and these missile launchers that are able to shoot ICBMs. But going back to 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter, verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be destroyed. The houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. Hey, you look at New York, what's it called? The skyscrapers, man. Piercing the heavens. Alright. But guess what? It's gonna be brought low, it's gonna be destroyed. Hey, thus shalt thou build, but I will bring down. No, they shall build, but I will bring down. Malachi, the 1st chapter, verse 4. Continuing on, the man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread and for great tribulation. Tribulation. Look at the etymology for that word tribulation. It basically means a state of affliction or oppression, suffering, distress. And that's birth pains, man. That's a part of the process to get out this biatch, man. And we have to go down to the bad to receive the good, right? That's always been, what's it called? The point. That's always been the slogan. Affliction, endurance, patiently suffering, right? So to be able to say that, we have to go through tribulation, man. It's a part of the freaking process. All right. What's it called? Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince will standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble. Such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. So it has to be a bad time. And then, with enduring that time, because the elect, they're gonna endure. They're gonna, keep calm. They're gonna, stay walking that narrow gate, and they shall be delivered. Hey, but you 2/3 out there that go into tribulation, it'll be time for being humbled down and ultimately destruction. A lot of you are so-called sisters out there, talking about Shalom Malak, Shalom King. Yeah, I love my hubby and this and that. Hey, you guys don't fucking love shit. You guys hate your husband behind the scenes, and trust me, I'm a witness to that. Yeah, I've seen, Eve be like that. Hey, so a lot of you so-called sisters, you guys ain't sisters. There's more hope for a hoe. There's more hope for a harlot than you. All right, the apostles even went into that many years ago. So best believe a lot of these harlots out there, they're gonna get delivered. But you Israelite sisters, though we got the true sisters out there. I'm not talking about you. We're never talking about you because we know you're of the elect. But Lord will you're the elect. But then you got majority of these so-called Israelite women, sisters out there, so-called sisters, that they're just superficial. Behind the scenes are nothing but a bunch of zombies, man. You guys are ratchet. You guys are here, a bunch of hearers. You guys don't apply the scriptures though. You guys hate your husbands and whatnot. So hey, there's more hope for a harlot than you. And Jacob's trouble will highly affect you. Yeah, and I'm not saying that all harlots will be delivered. No, maybe because a lot of you wicked women out there, you two-third women, you women are deemed for destruction too. Hey, Bad Baby, what's it called? Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B. You know, all you females out there, females, because you ain't women. You ain't real women. Women equals servant, and you're supposed to serve and desire your husband. That's fulfilling the description of the book of Genesis. Learn to actually desire the husband. But a lot of you females out there, you guys don't respect men. All about independence and what's it called? Looking like a hoe. Alright, prostituting like yourselves. You know what I'm talking about? Whapping, skank this, and I don't freaking know. You know? But there is that point where you now have some harlots that they know they're humble, you know, they know that they're nothing. And that's what's gonna get delivered. You know, things like that, humility. But a lot of you sisters out there, you'll get destroyed. And this goes up to you men as well. A lot of you Jake out there are deemed for destruction. You know? It's called, I just want to do a quick little lesson on that. So we're in that time, you know, time is at hand. So going back to 1 Peter 4th chapter verse 7, but the end of all things is the hand, be ye therefore sober and watching the prayer. You know, let's keep alert, basically. You know, hey, what's it called? 2 Peter the 3rd chapter verse 10 or verse 11. I'm actually started off at verse 10. Made the mention now, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. And hey, we're closer to that prophecy, man. We are closer to that prophecy. Verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? You know? Looking forward and hastening unto the coming of the day of power, Yahweh, when the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the men shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. So, hey, with 2024, that we're one step closer. We're one step closer to one of the last steps closer, basically, into new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness being established upon this place, man. So yeah, you know, it sucks. So, you know, 2024 is gonna be a monster year. Like y'all talking about, 2024 is gonna be my year. And it's not gonna be a good year. It's not gonna be pleasant. It hasn't been pleasant since 2019. All right, because even then, before 2020, you had some good things. You know, people always emphasize that. What's it called? Yeah, because you have a balance in here, man. You have a balance here. Sure, what's it called? Being in captivity sucks. From our birth to this day, hey, we moan and groan, and that's why we can't wait for the kingdom. But even then, there is some good things that happen back in the past. All right, I can admit that. But you know, prophecy has been coming to play in recent years, and it ain't jolly, man. It ain't supposed to be jolly. Yeah, so it sucks, but we gotta endure. You know, that's a part of the process to receive the good. You know, I just want to do a quick little lesson on that, and yeah, hopefully this one set it fun until the next.